going on, ladies and gents? Billy Donnelly here at This Is Infamous, and today, via the wonders of digital video, I'll be venturing to a galaxy far, far away to review the first of the Star Wars standalones, Rogue One. Operating effectively as episode 3.5 across the Star Wars saga spectrum, Rogue One tells the story of how the Rebel Alliance came to be in possession of those Death Star plans at the outset of A New Hope. Gareth Edwards' film aims to fill in some of the timeline gaps you never really felt compelled to know, and the result is, well, rather disappointing. After all, some things are better left unsaid, and Rogue One proves it with a narrative that is devoid of any real drama, filled with characters that are pretty dull. The biggest problem, though, is that Rogue One isn't very fun. It lacks both the adventurous and magical qualities of the better films in the Star Wars canon that manage to capture your imagination relatively easily, and mimics the heavy exposition that plagued the prequels in order to over-explain just about everything. There's far too much telling and not enough showing for most of the movie, and it makes for a real slog to sit through at times. The third act does manage to come alive big time, giving way to the thrilling X-Wing on TIE Fighter dogfight action you're accustomed to, in addition to some gun battles on the ground. But it all feels like too little, too late, and not enough to make up for the blandness that comes before it. Felicity Jones is just not very interesting as Jyn Erso, with her character's motivations lacking consistency or clear direction, and her band of misfits ranging from Diego Luna to Riz Ahmed to Alan Tudyk as yet another mouthy droid are missing any of the charisma or personality that have made other characters in the Star Wars universe so beloved. With the exception of Donnie Yen's Chirrut Imwe, who puts a different spin on belief in the Force, Jones's weak protagonist and her supporting cast are easily forgotten. Rogue One also has no story fluidity at all, with each new scene existing solely to explain something and then get you to the next location where another piece of information is relayed. The film never feels organic in the least bit, and feels mechanically pieced together in connect-the-dots fashion. It's all about the destination, with very little consideration given to the journey. Unfortunately, when you already know, as a Star Wars fan, where we're going to inevitably end up, that doesn't leave much to get excited for. Rogue One is more interested in spoon-feeding you answers, like why that exhaust port design flaw in the Death Star exists in the first place, over creating anything substantially new that really fleshes out undiscovered corners of the Star Wars galaxy, and it makes for a letdown of a film. Rogue One is nowhere near as good as any chapter of the original trilogy, or The Force Awakens for that matter. Although, on the positive side, I guess, I can say it is more watchable than the prequels, which is hardly a ringing endorsement. As a lifelong Star Wars fan, I wish Rogue One was better than it is. Sadly, it just didn't work out that way. The Force is not with this one. Be sure to like this video down below, feel free to join in the discussion by leaving your own comments, and subscribe to the YouTube channel as a whole so you can be notified of all new video reviews, interviews, and podcasts that may come your way. That way, you never miss a bit of content from us. Until next time, I'm Billy Donnelly for This Is Infamous.